The Carousel Mall, also known as the Central City Mall, was a mall that opened in 1972 and closed in 2017. If you've clicked onto this video, then you know what today is. It's Monday, Mall Madness. Every Monday I'll be releasing a new video on a defunct or maybe not so defunct mall and its history. Make sure you stick around to the very end of the videos. I'd like to see if you, the viewer, are paying attention. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and smash that notification bell so you get notified of my latest mall video, defunct store, or my Throwback Thursday videos. Leave a suggestion or a comment for a future video. Thanks. In the early 1960s, San Bernardino's Central City was in decline. This downtown downturn was a result of several new shopping centers having been built on the city's outskirts. Plans were put into motion to redevelop the urban core using Rochester, New York's Midtown Plaza as an inspiration. In essence, the idea was to bring the suburban shopping experience to the center city. The project was developed by a joint venture of the San Bernardino Redevelopment Authority, John S. Griffith Company, Harris Brothers, Montgomery Ward, and JCPenney. Ground was broken in July of 1969. A 6-block area bounded by North E Street, West 4th Street, North G Street, and West 2nd Street was leveled, leaving 3 structures standing. The 2-level, fully enclosed Central City Mall was built on a 43-acre site. The basic shell had been completed by December of 1970. The idea of the mall was for an urban renewal project for the downtown district of San Bernardino. Central City Mall was to be the first big step in revitalizing the city. The mall opened on October 11, 1972 as a Central City Mall. The mall was 2 stories with 52 stores and 3 major anchor stores. The structure incorporated the circa 1927 flagship of the San Bernardino-based Harris Brothers chain, who were to anchor the facility with a 4-level, 188,000 square foot store. The first newly built store to open was a 2-level, 139,000 square foot Montgomery Ward, which welcomed its first shoppers on July 26, 1972. A 3-level, 207,000 square foot JCPenney commenced operation on March 28, 1973. Among the other stores that were found at the mall was F.W. Woolworth's with Harvest House Cafeteria, ABC Kitty Shop, Arthur's Jewelers, Baskin-Robbins, Bob's Big Boy Restaurant, Bourbon Tree Delicatessen, Chess King, Dr. Scholl's Footwear, Foxmore Casuals, GNC, Hallmark Cards, Hatch's Cards and Gifts, Hickory Farms of Ohio, House of Fabrics, Skinny Shoes, Lane Bryant, Leeds Shoes, Merle Norman Cosmetic Studio, Orange Julius, Petrie's Ladies Wear, Roy Snack Bar, Rug Crafters, Walden Books, and Viscount Record. Court areas at Central City Mall were surrounded by graceful arches, which were fitted with wrought iron grillwork. Mallway floors were done in red quarry tile. Two years after it opened, the city made a plan that called for a long list of ideas and projects that never happened, including an aerial monorail tramway, a new commerce building, a 4th anchor store for the mall, and a Central City Park. During the late 1970s, the mall already started to encounter problems. One of the mall's largest challenges was the local gangs that used the mall as a gathering place. It was also due to lack of organization from the mall changing hands with different management companies, as well as city leaders who had a financial interest in the success of the mall. These problems continued into and in the late 1980s, and the developers made a new revitalization plan to renovate the mall to attract more people. In 1991, the mall was renamed the Carousel Mall, and they added a large carousel, colorful interior decoration, and brighter facades to attract families with younger children and to alienate the gang members as well. Despite the renovation, the mall started losing business throughout the rest of the 1990s. In 1991, the $2 million facelift included adding a $300,000 merry-go-round in the East Court. New stores were brought in, such as Lerner New York, M&R Clothiers, Champs Sporting Goods, and Lady Foot Locker. The official rededication was held on November 5th, 1991. I personally visited this mall in 1996, and even by then, the mall was empty at 2 in the afternoon on a weekday in the summer. The Carousel Mall had competition from a nearby mall, which was only about a mile away. Due to the rise of gang activity at the mall, many potential customers stayed away and shopped instead at the Inland Center Mall. Harris merged with Gottschalk's in August of 1998, and the Harris flagship store in San Bernardino closed 4 months later on January 31st, 1999. In 2001, Montgomery Ward went out of business and closed. In 2003, the mall's last anchor, JCPenney, closed its door, leaving the mall with no anchors. The vacant area in the mall was leased as offices for the San Bernardino County, the San Bernardino Unified School District, and the Starwood Hotel and Resorts. Soon after, a third retail competitor came onto the scene. Victoria Gardens, 13 miles in Rancho Cucamonga, debuted in 2004. Carousel Mall was acquired by Miami Beach-based LNR Properties in February of 2006. They proposed to redevelop the past its prime property as a residential mixed-use project. The existing mall would be demolished. A severe housing slump caused LNR Properties to rethink and scale down their original proposal for a Court Street West redevelopment. This amended plan was rejected by the city government. Disenchanted, LNR sold their interest in the mall to Linwood, California-based M&D Properties in January of 2008. M&D announced that $100 million ambitious redevelopment scenario 3 months later. The existing mall would not be demolished, but renovated as a retail center. This was to be augmented by new housing units and a hotel. However, the Great Recession slammed the brakes on this plan. Carousel Mall continued to languish. The San Bernardino Economic Development Authority acquired the central section of the mall in an auction held in February of 2011. However, any redevelopment of the property was stymied by the fact that the structure was now owned by 3 different companies. A new initiative had surfaced by 2015. The city of San Bernardino entered into a joint venture with Los Angeles-based ACOM and the Newport Beach-based Franson Company. Carousel Mall would be redeveloped as part of the Theater Square plan, which was a revitalization of an adjacent Regal megaplex. Under the said plan, Carousel Mall would have been demolished. The Harris and Anderson buildings would be left standing and would have been worked into an open-air shopping, entertainment, and residential facility that was to include large stretches of urban green space. "14 tenants still in operation at the Carousel Mall were evicted in July of 2017, with the shopping center officially closing on August 18th of the same year. The mall's iconic Carousel was auctioned off in May of 2018 in anticipation of the long-delayed mall redevelopment.
Are moving forward to finally demolish San Bernardino's rundown mall that's been vacant now for 5 years. The Carousel Mall used to be a major fixture in San Bernardino's downtown area, but it's been a trouble spot since it closed. KCAL9's Reina Nakano tells us what will be rising from that rubble.
During the glory days, downtown San Bernardino's Carousel Mall was full of spendy shoppers. But after anchor stores Montgomery Ward's and JCPenney shut down, residents say it was all downhill from there.
It's just been a hangout for all the bad people and stuff. It's just not a good place anymore.
For the last 5 years, the property has been abandoned. It's become a magnet for scavengers, arsonists, and homeless.
They vandalize the place or whatever. They try to go in there and sleep.
It has been a constant challenge to keep the doors and access points secure.
But Wednesday evening, the city council voted to move up the demolition schedule.
Aye.
Okay, motion passes. The city will begin accepting bids from demolishers in October. The goal is to have it flattened by the early part of next year and have the city's pre-selected developer begin construction. The developer's eventual goal for this property is mixed use, some businesses as well as housing, some market rate and others affordable. In the meantime, the city will front the bill for upgraded 24/7 security. While some feel nostalgic about the iconic 1970s mall,
Congratulations, you made it this far into the video.
When I find you.
Pop quiz, hot shot.
So let's see how close you were paying attention to my video. So how many anchor stores closed in this mall? So if your answer was 3, give yourself a hand. You were paying attention. Thanks for watching. So what are some of your favorite memories of this place? Leave a comment or a suggestion for a future video below. Be sure to hit that like button. Thanks for watching.